As you might be aware already, Hungarian has two sorts of approaches when it comes to talking to people. And this is just my fancy way of saying there is a formal and informal, not really a language, but some things that you would do. However, in English, and a lot of people would say, oh no, that's true, that's not true at all. But in English there is a formal way of talking. You can call it the Queen's English. You can't go up to the Queen saying like, well, you know, you usually go to eat something and then, you know, you don't really feel like it anymore when you arrive. You can't do that. You would say something with a fancy accent like, well, when one approaches the hour of hunger, sometimes one does not feel like it anymore when the hour is there, or something like that. Anyways, or you can't call other people using that first name right away, you know, especially in the 90s or 80s or whatever. So you know, someone says like, I'm Paul Wilkinson, and then you can say like, hey, what's up, Paul? That's not the approach. It's again formal, informal. However, Hungarian takes this to the next level, and the next level is when you are using the formal version of Hungarian, you have to approach everyone indirectly, speaking in a third person, which is not that horrible so far, but also there are two words that will help you along the way, and one of them is ön, and then the other is maga. These two words have different meanings, even though they both refer to you as in a formal way. Ön is supposed to be used normally in a situation where you respect the other person. Maga should be used when you don't really respect that other person. So if you ask a question, such as ön miért van itt, that's kind of nice. But if you ask the question maga miért van itt, well, that doesn't mean good things. So, of course, a lot of people nowadays use maga because why not? They have no idea. You should address women with slightly different expressions than men and things like that in order to be a gentleman, dare I say. And just people are idiots now. So, whatever. The point is that even though I always discourage people to use the formal version, because it just makes your life a lot harder, and people don't really care because you come from abroad, you barely speak the language, they will be ecstatic whenever you use Hungarian expressions. And if you're ever capable of saying a sentence, then wow, they will probably die of a heart attack or something out of joy. But since I can do whatever, because this is my channel and my videos, now today we are going to take a look at that particular piece, because that pleases me. Let's go! As you can see, this doesn't look good at all. It doesn't use the ön, it uses the maga, so that person is probably quite unhappy with us. But let's see. Well, that one, while true, as you can see, this in a sentence, this makes a bit more sense most of the time, unless you refer to someone's back directly. So, and then of course this one, which is normal, but here comes the pickle. What should we do? This refers to, well, in Hungarian, directly to he, she, or it. In English, there's no way to do that, because normally you just say, are you normal? And that's what we are going to do. So what does that mean? Well, just like before with the raining pigs, today we are facing something that just doesn't make sense in English, or at least it kind of does, but not really. And you could probably come up with something like the title. Like, are you mad? What are you doing here? Ah, you're crazy. This is dangerous. Or something like that. So there we go. That's brilliant. So there are two problems in this sentence, to be honest. First of all, even if someone's mad but tries to be formal, one should avoid maga because it's just disrespectful. Of course, now a lot of Hungarians would probably disagree because it lost its meaning, but when I was a kid, that's how I was taught. Not just by my parents, but by other people. So there used to be an age where this mattered. But not anymore. Like I said, everybody's crazy and silly. And this one, that is something that we shouldn't ever do because it's also forbidden, not by grammar, but people don't want you to use hat as a starting point because it's just stupid. That's the explanation. So it's not really an etiquette thing, it's just kind of stupid. Anyways, but that is not the perfect order of a Hungarian sentence, because that would be this one or something else, because sentences or expressions in sentences can be expressed differently. Now in this case there is no difference really, but sometimes the difference is quite big. And because you and I are advancing in the something of Hungarian, you know, like floating on the river of Hungarian or something epic that I'm just unwilling to think up, to be honest. Anyways, because we are advancing, and this is sort of like an advanced course now, although it's just a vlog of stuff. In the next episodes, we are going to take everything to the next level, but not with this one, not with the formal informal craziness, but how many ways can that thing be said or expressed in Hungarian, and are there any differences? That is the big question. That is the big question that I usually make advanced students face. That's sort of like the advanced craziness of learning Hungarian. So there you have it. I believe that today we have had quite a bit of fun, and hopefully we will have even more fun in the next episodes of whatever the hell this is. Thanks for watching and see you later. Bye bye!